See who's joining us, or joining me, I should say, this afternoon. Let's just refresh that. There we go. Got 3 of you here. Let's see who else we can get in. Please comment and put thumbs up if it's all working okay, because my thing is frozen again for some reason. Hello, Ellen. I've got Ellen, Philomena. Hi, Jane. I'm trying to bring up the comments on my other. Hi, Carol. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Giovanni. Hi, Celia. Got lots coming on now. That's great. Right, I'll let a few more come on. I'm trying to coordinate my iPad, which is playing me up again. It's frozen. Don't quite know why. Hi, Mo. Hi, Tracy. Have you got all your supplies ready? What pattern papers are you going to have? Hi, Gwen. And hello, Mr. and Mrs. Pink Frog. They're tuning in as well this afternoon. At least it's brightened up a little bit this afternoon. This morning, it was absolutely horrible here in Nottinghamshire. So it's nice. The sun has started to shine. So a lot better. But thank you all for coming along. Have you all got your supplies ready? I'm looking forward to seeing what sort of pattern papers you're going to pick. You know, what you're going to be doing. I can't see all my comments. Same thing happens to me every time. Let's just get that going again. Let me refresh it. I'll tell you what, I'm going to come out of it and I'm going to come back in. Let's see if that's any better. That should be better. Oh, I can see all the comments now. I can see you all. Lovely. We've got quite a lot of you joining in, which is fabulous. You're all looking forward to this. A little bit of a craft along. I thought, well, a lot of you have seen and already purchased the 8-inch and 6-inch memory books. So I thought, well, why not? Let's have a little bit of craft along. While we haven't got Create and Craft TV on, we can still supply you with some crafty fun, and you can craft along with me. And if you've already purchased the kits, you're all well and good. And if you haven't, and you just want to join in the chat, and if it's I'm still not getting the comments for some reason. I don't know why, but I think I'm just going to go for it. Okay. Have I lost some of you? Did it bomb out? Right, I'm going to put my phone in the top so we can get straight down to it and start crafting. Okay, so I'm just going to flip my phone and pop it in my holder at the top here, and we'll be all ready to go. So let me just get this up here for you so you can see my craft desk. That should be in a very good position. I've got my cup of tea as well. I had to have a cup of tea to get me going. I've got my bottle of water in case I need it. So, I can't see everybody's comments at the moment. But don't worry, I can see exactly what I'm doing. So, as I said, many of you have already probably purchased the Pink Frog 8-inch or 6-inch memory books. We're going to do an 8-inch this afternoon, and we're going to do it with the double pocket fold as well. So if you haven't seen these, the lovely Kimberly from Pink Frog is on hand to share some links of where you can go. Okay, so is my lovely husband. He should be around as well, watching the rugby and doing this. He's multitasking. And also we've got Helen, who's going to share with you the Celebrate kits, because I'm going to be using the Celebrate Fresh Start kit today for this project. Now these papers are only 6 by 8, but they're perfect for this project, and I'm going to show you a little cheats way you can do to do your front and back covers as well. So that's the paper collection I'm using. So I'm going to put that to one side. I've got my Pink Frog kit, so I'm going to pick out, I've got the new tonal kit here. So I think I'm going to be going with the light brown. So you're going to need 9 sheets of this one. So I'm just counting them out. So if you've got your kits, you know in your kits you've got enough to make 4. Okay, but we're just going to make one this afternoon. So let me count up my card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got my 9 sheets of the large card. Okay, and then to start with, you are just going to need to have 2 of the A4 that you also get in the kit. So let me find the light brown. Because you're thinking, well, why have you got all this A4? The rest of it is for your photo mats. Okay, so that's why at Pink Frog we like to give you enough card to do the whole project. You will also notice in your in with your kit, you are going to get your cutting and scoring guide and your written instructions, so you're all ready to go. So I'm going to pop that just up here. So I've got my cardstock, got my paper collection, so I've got my trimmer, scoreboard, score tool, my EVA glue, bone folder, pair of scissors, and some 12mm red line tape. So if you check out the comments, you'll see what's going along. Let me just catch everybody. Karen said her husband's dispatched down to the pub. She's got a cuppa in hand. I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. And yes, it's perfectly all right just to join in with a cuppa with us, and you can make it at a later date. This will be live on Facebook for 30 days. Okay, and I'm also going to pop it over on my YouTube channel as well. Now this should be, am I right in thinking, Kim, give me a thumbs up that this is over on the Pink Frogs Inspirations page as well. I'm hoping it is. Can you give me a thumbs up, Kim? Because I can't check at the moment because I've got all my devices on. Yeah, right, we're on. So we're on Pink Frogs Inspirations and also here on Dawn's Inspirations. Okay, so we've got everything we need. So I'm going to put my tape and all these bits to one side because we're going to start with the paper trimmer. So just let me pop these bits out of the way for a minute. I've tried to get the camera down as low as I can so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going to reel off too many measurements because you've already got them actually in with your kit. Okay, so I don't have to sort of reel too much off with that at the moment. So let's see how we go. We're playing catch up now. It's not playing ball with me, my overhead, but we'll get there. What's that lady saying? Hang on, I'm trying to read comments. I should stop reading the comments, Dawn, and just get on with it. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. So let's make a start. So you're going to get your A4 card first, and this is going to be used to make your cover. So you've got your measurements on your sheets. I'm not going to reel off loads of measurements because you've already got those. So you're going to cut 2 pieces of card for that. Now the other thing is, if you're more of a visual learner, I do also have my online workshop that you can use to accompany this as well. Okay, so once you've purchased it, you can watch it as many times as you like, as often as you like, no problem at all. So they're the 2 covers already cut. My iPad. Is everyone seeing me okay? Because my iPad keeps freezing. No, we're all okay. That's good. That's good. I was just checking. So we've cut those. Now you're going to take one of your card blanks. This is where this album is so super easy to do. You're going to take one of your card blanks and you're going to look at your hinge measurements now. So we're just using the size card we've got. So if you've got the 6-inch kit, same rules apply. Okay, and you're going to do 3 cuts from your card blanks. You're going to do 9, 7 and 4. So I told you this, it is just so quick and easy to do with this. It's just minimal cutting. So they're the 3 pieces for my hinge. That's spare. I can show you a trick we can do with that later as well. So I'm going to pop that to one side to remind me. And my trimmer now goes away. And we bring up the scoreboard. So let's bring our scoreboards up. Give me a heart if you're crafting along with me. Give me a thumbs up or a heart so I know who's crafting along with me. Because it's always good to know. So have we got quite a few of you crafting along with me? Oh yes, we've got some hearts coming up. So we're going to start off with the two covers. Oh lovely, we've got lots of you crafting along with me. And it doesn't matter if you just want to enjoy a brew and some chat, crafty chat, and just join in with us on another day. It doesn't matter at all. Quick sip of tea. So front covers, well, front and back cover. Okay, so straight away here you've got your A4 piece that we've cut, and you're going to put the long side in your scoreboard. So when we talk about the long side, this is classed as the long side because that side's shorter. So the long side goes up in your scoreboard, and we're just going to give that a score. You've got all the measurements there in front of you in your kit. And these albums are very addictive. I will warn you now. So we've got 2 scores on there. Now we're going to look at our hinge. So you're going to take the biggest one with the short side on the top this time. And you're going to score that. So we're going to do 2 inches on each side. I like just to turn it around. And then we're going to take the medium one and do at 1.5 centimetres. Why did I say 2 inches? It's centimetres. Now this is the other thing. If you prefer to work in inches, with your kit your instructions come in centimetres. But if you prefer imperial, my online workshop gives you the option to do both. So you can do imperial or inches. It doesn't matter at all. So I'm going to put the scoreboard away for a minute. And you know what I'm going to tell you. And I bet I'm going to have lots of smiley faces when I do tell you. We're now going to burnish all our folds. Okay, so we're going to burnish all of these up. Apologies if I'm not keeping up with the chat. I'm trying my best, but we want to be crafting, don't we? We want to be crafting. So when we're scoring, if you look at your cardstock, that's where we actually scored in. You see this bumpy side here? This is the bit you're going to fold over. Okay. However, you know with pink frog card that you never get any cracking. This is why you're getting super quality card. And that's why I like it. And you'll see that I use it for so many of my construction things that I do, because I don't have to think, is it going to be good enough? Is the colour going to match from the some that I bought a month ago? Because you know with pink frog card, it's everywhere. Okay, so I'm popping that on there. People are messaging me on Messenger. I can't answer. I'm far too busy crafting. So I've got my 3 hinge pieces. Now your 2 cover pieces. Okay. There we go. So next thing is we're going to get out the glue. Now I'm using obviously the Pink Frog EVA glue, and please don't be tempted to cut the top off and go and use it from your big bottle, because when you do that, you're using too much glue, which you don't need to do because less is best with this glue. So you're just wasting it, because a little bit of this glue goes a long way. So I always decant it in the fine nozzle glue bottles. Okay, so we're going to take the front and back cover. And the nice thing as well is you've got the fine nozzle, so you've got control. Okay, so we can go close to the edge, but we're not going over the edge. And then a nice big wiggle in the middle. And then what I like to do, and a lot of you that have done my online workshops or retreats or anything like that would know me, when you lay this card down, you can feel a bump. Don't know whether you can hear that. You can feel the bump. So this is where you're going to lay your next piece onto. So it's gonna butt up. The bump where you scored is going to resist. So it's not going to go over that bump. And then you know you're in the right place. And yes, have you all got your bone folders out? I do hope so, because we are then going to burnish. So yes, we're burnishing away. Give me a thumbs up if you've already got the Pink Frog glue bottles, because they are just absolutely fabulous. So definitely recommend them. So there we go. That's your front and back cover done. Now we're going to bring in our red line tape. Now I'm using the 6mm, not the 6mm, you're not, Dawn, I'm using 12mm. And again, the nice thing I like about the red line tape from Pink Frog is it all comes packaged separately, so it's not going to stick together. I like to keep it in my package as well for that reason. You can dust the edge with corn flour, but I tend to keep it back in the package. And the other thing is, look how much you get on there. So I used to buy my red line tape from craft shows, and you'd pick it up for £1 a roll, but it only had 5 meters on. This one's got 30 meters on. So you've got 30 meters on here. So you've got a lot of tape. The other thing I like as well is it's got a plastic rim. I know it sounds stupid, but it's got a plastic rim. How many times have you bought tape, and because it's got a cardboard rim, you've ended up putting half of it in the bin or throwing it away because you've had it in your craft bag and it just all falls to pieces? So that's why I like it. So we're now going to put our tape onto our hinge. Okay, so I like to do, I've got one side on there. Rather than cut it, I'm going to flip it over and get the other side on there before I cut, because then it just saves you an extra cut. So it's all about quickness, and then we can just miter that end as well. And then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So there we go. I hope, you know, you're enjoying some of these crafting lives that have been going on at Pink Frog. We're going to try and do some more with you. I'm going to be back with you Wednesday at 4 PM as well. So more information will be going out about that on Monday. So if you haven't already subscribed to the Pink Frog or Dawn's Inspirations Facebook pages, please do follow us. So you'll see what's going on, because we'll make an announcement on there on Monday. Okay, so again, you can gather your supplies. I'm going to do something that probably some of you have already got, and if you haven't, we're going to do some deals as well. So that's the little one. This is the medium one, and we're going to do exactly the same again. Okay. So around on there, and then snip that end and snip that end, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side as well. And then we'll just fold that over. So there we go. So let me pop that out the way and then pop it back in its bag for a minute so I know it's all safe. And then again, give it a little burnish. You'll see with the red line tape, I don't know whether that's bringing that up on camera. Can you see where I've just burnished that bit? It's a different colour to this end. Because what you're doing is when you're burnishing it, you're pushing the fibres of the glue into the fibres of your paper. So when you remove the back, it's a lot easier. And the backing comes off easier, but also the glue's halfway in there. And I've just noticed I haven't mitered that little piece there. So your hinge, you've got your small piece, your medium piece and your larger piece. We do not put red line tape on the larger piece. Okay, so we've got all three of our hinges. Is everyone keeping up okay? I'm not going to muck about my iPad because it will go again, but if you give me a little thumbs up, I can have a look on my phone at the top here if everyone's doing okay. I think you all are. Jolly good. Right, let's join our hinge together now. Now this is a cantilever hinge. You would have seen me explain this before. So with a cantilever hinge, what happens is straight away if you want to send this book, you've got quite a bulky hinge there. The cantilever hinge means you can spring it to one side and you can pop that in a jiffy bag to post. So it doesn't matter whatever way around you do it, it doesn't damage the book at all. The other nice thing, and this is what I do like about books, is you've got to be able to open them flat. I can't bear books that have got crocodile teeth that don't lay flat. These lay flat. So if I bring that up, can you see how that lays nice and flat? Because you've got that gap at the back that allows you to do it. So that's what the design is all about. I'll share some more finished ones with you at the end. So we're going to take our first one. We're just going to fold those back and we're going to put glue just here in the middle. Now it's quite nice with this because you can see up close and personal how much glue I'm actually putting on. But you can see you don't need too much at all. You know, with the EVA glue, you know, it's acid and lignin free. The paper's acid and lignin free. The card's acid and lignin free. The only thing that isn't is the backing of the red line tape. Did you know that? Everything else is acid and lignin free. So, you know your photographs are going to be preserved in the best possible way. So let's just burnish that down there. Okay, so that's your first bit in. The other thing as well is it's quick grab. So we know we're going to be okay. So let me just bring those round that way. So then you're going to take the back of your middle piece and we're going to put glue on again. There we go. All right, and this needs to be stuck in the middle here. Now you will have a little gap from your score line in on both sides because obviously, can you see that's how it's going to fit? So just hold your tabs that are going to be for your pages. I'm going to slide that in and then just checking it. Make sure it's top and bottom and then making sure you've got a nice gap on either side. Yeah, that's fine. And then what I like to do is go in with my bone folder, give that a good burnish, open that one up, I'm just going to twizzle it round to do the other side. Okay, so you've got a gap on that side as well. So that is our hinge all done. So now let's attach our hinge to our book. Okay, so we're going to put glue on one of the wings. Again, you're going close to this edge, but not on the edge. Can you see? So just close as you can. That'll do. Okay, now this, I'm going to bring those over that way. You've got your score line here. This is going to fit your score line on here. You will have that little gap top and bottom because your measurement for the cover is a centimetre taller. Okay, so that's why that's going to happen. Just making sure I've got that in the right place. I'm happy with that. I can now fold that back. This has got a quick grab, but it's not quite grabbed yet because we've got to give it a little burnish. So we give that a good burnish down there. And then we'll go along here and do exactly the same again. Okay. So just take your little tabs, fold them this way so they're out the way, push that down tight. Can you see you've got the line where you've got your score? Okay, so just go in there with your bone fold because this time we can't get underneath. So go in with your bone folder, flap that first one back and go in there again and give that a really good burnish down. Okay, so that is the cover and your pages done. So we can pop that to one side just to dry. I've got a bit of glue seeped out there. That's not very good, Dawn. Right, let's move that out the way. So that's the first bit done. Now we're going to look at the pages. So we've got 8 pages in this book. Let me get my right measurement up here. So I thought today we will look at the double pocket page. So in your original instructions, you're going to make a book like this, okay, with a big pocket that's got a space and you'll have photo mats in it. All right, so this is what you're going to create with the instructions that you've got in the kit. But things do develop as we've had these. So now, same kit. The measurements obviously for this page fold are slightly different because otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, but if I bring in this one that I made with the Celebrate Guy thing papers, you'll see that this one's got 2 pockets. You've got a small pocket and a large pocket. Okay, so it just gives you a different style of pocket, but it all fits in the same cover and it all works together. Now you can join the page that we're going to do to the original page, but it will be about, I think it's ½ centimetre different. So you will just have to slither off ½ centimetre if you want to join, as Karen has done here in this book for me. So Karen's on the design team. So what she's done here is, this is the double pocket page and she's backed it with the flat page. So she had to just take off, I think it's ½ centimetre. All right, so you can do it. So you can mix and match, style up your books, whatever you like to do. So you're going to need 8 pieces of your 20 by 40 cardstock. And we're going to need to have our scoreboards back out. Okay, now if you've already bought the kit, do not panic because I will share the link at the end of the video to a page where you can see a video of how I do this one. All right, and so I can share that with you. And if you bought the online workshop, you've already got the link for that in there as well. Just putting my lid on my glue. I forgot to put my lid on. So, scoring tool. So you're going to use your 20 by 40 cardstock. So to make the double pocket page, what you're going to do is you're going to score at 7 centimetres and 20 centimetres. And you need to do that on all 8. So let's just do that. So 7 and 20. I've got to remember how many I've done then. I do hope you're enjoying making these memory books, because I do. And the nice thing about them, I think, is, and the way I've designed them, like I had to work along with Pink Frog with the card sizes they do, and the fact they do unscored card sizes makes, you know, me for making memory books absolutely perfect. But I've done it with a beginner in mind, but also the fact that a seasonal crafter can add their own flourishes to this. This is the nice thing about it. Memory book making, I never get tired of it at all. But I wanted to design something very quick and easy to do. You'll see we've done hardly any cutting so far because we've got the kits. Okay. And they are very addictive, and there's new colours coming out all the time. And I'm just counting how many pages I've done while I'm talking to you. One more. 7 and 20. Okay, and you know what I'm going to tell you next. We need to now burnish all our pages. Okay, so you're going to do like a zigzag. So you're going to score one, you're going to fold one way and one the other. So if I stand that up on the desk, that is what you're going to have that you're looking at. Okay, so you've got like a zigzag going on. Is that clear enough for people to see? Yeah. So as I've said, if you can't keep up, do not worry, because this will be available to watch for 30 days. So not a problem, and I'm going to upload it to YouTube so you can watch it from there as well. And if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, Dawn's Inspirations, please do go over and subscribe, because then you won't miss anything that's happening. And I also know that Pink Frog are going to be starting their YouTube channel as well. So there's lots to see. And also on YouTube channel, because I know the lovely Helen is watching from Craft Station, she brings in these Celebrate kits to the UK. And if you look on my YouTube channel and look under Celebrate, it's got an 8 at the end, you'll see I do a walkthrough of some of the paper collections, so you can see exactly what they look like, which is quite nice. And I do know she's got the brand new collection that only got launched last Monday as well, so I'm sure she'll leave a link for that, or I will find out and I will share with you as soon as I can get my hands on a kit, because I definitely need one. So yes, we're all helping each other out, which is what it's all about. So that's my 8 pages scored. And then I'm going to go in this time with some 6mm tape. I forgot to tell you to get 6mm tape. I do apologise. If you haven't got 6mm tape, do not panic, because you can actually do it with your glue. So I tell you what, I'll do half tape and half glue, just to show you either way. Because some of you that have made this before already know this, because you'd have this in your supplies, or, you know, tools and supplies that I put on my online workshop that I sell on my website. Okay, so yeah, don't forget to sign up to the newsletters on my website and also Pink Frog's website, because with doing more of these lives at the moment, you know, with what's going on and people missing their crafting on TV, We are doing more lives. We're trying to plan something in every week, and we only send newsletters out when we've got deals to share or information about what's coming up, so you don't miss out. So it's a great way of just keeping in touch with everything. So you'll see when I'm doing this, where did my bone folder go? There it went. So we did our 7 and our 20. So when you've got 7 and 20, on the inside one, the big one, you've got your tape in the middle. If I just flip it over, when you've got this way round, so it's going now from the right hand side, you're just going to put tape on that little one on that side. So you've got your zigzag, okay, with your tape ready to go, but you can do it with your glue as well. So I'm going to do 4 with tape and 4 with glue. So I'm not going to go then too fast so people can keep up. Now, who tuned in to last Wednesday's Pink Frog live when I talked to you about all things offcuts, and we did that double frame to that can be used on the front of a book, on a folio, anything like that, using your offcuts out your offcut box. I thought we would do that today for the front of our book. Now, we might not get every single page decorated together today because I am conscious of people, you know, I don't want people to miss getting the tea ready, getting ready for Strictly, things like that. And I think an hour long live is ample enough. So I'm going to obviously we're going to stick some pages in, we'll decorate some pages, but we might not get all 8 in. But that is absolutely fine, because I want you to get the idea with the book. And if this is the sort of thing you're enjoying, we can then do some more. Okay, and if it's a bigger project, we can always do it in 2 parts. That's not a problem either. So that's why I thought after this I might put a poll up to see what people prefer. Do you prefer to make cards? Do you like memory books? Do you like folios? Would you like to do more crafting along with cards, books or folios? You know, I can adapt. We can do whatever you fancy. So I'm going to put a poll out, and I think Kim over on Pink Frog is going to do a poll as well, probably, to find out what you're going to be liking. But yes, as I say, keep tuned in, because I know the next 2 Wednesdays definitely at 4 o'clock. Put them in your diary. I am going to be on Pink Frog doing a Facebook Live. So don't miss out. Grab yourselves a cuppa. It's a good time of day for a cuppa, isn't it, before you start with tea and things like that. So let me do one more. Okay, they're all sliding everywhere now. I'm going to do one more ready, and then we'll add some pattern papers. Okay. Now, when you're doing the album this way with the double pocket fold, because you don't need basically all 4 pages, you can get away with using smaller paper. That is why I've gone with the mini kits that are 6 by 8, because I can with this page fold. And I'm going to show you how you're going to adapt the front cover, because obviously that's bigger, and the back cover, but I'm going to show you how you can get away with that with your mini kit as well, because there's always a way around. So I'm going to do this one as my last page for now. And what I'm going to suggest you do is, if you're crafting along with me, you can carry on with putting your tape on. Okay, that's not a problem at all. And I'm just going to bring up the bits that I've got ready. Quick sip of tea. So I've got 4 pages there ready to go. I've got my cover all ready as well. So in the Facebook Live on Wednesday, I showed you how you could do a frame. Okay, so I haven't got all my offcuts here, but that's not a problem. Not a problem at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some cards. Now, to make the frame, now someone did comment on Facebook and said, oh, what size do you need? Now, this frame, you can make any size you wish, really. So if we look at our book, and our book cover is 21 by 21. So let's bring in the cover. Let's just go 20 and a half. That's not 20 and a half, Dawn. So let's bring another piece in. 20 and a half. Now you'd use your offcuts and scraps for this, but I haven't got any with me, so just bear with. So I'm going to cut 4 pieces in this lovely light pink that we get from Pink Frog as well, because I think it contrasts really well with the light brown. And then, right, so I've got 4 pieces there that are 1 inch, I shouldn't say 1 inch, 2.5 centimetres by 20.5 centimetres. And then I'm going to take another piece of the light brown, and I'm going to go down to, what size did we do again? It's gone out my head. Why did I do 21.5? That was a bit daft on. Yes, I need to trim that down to 20.5, don't I? Oh dear. So let me trim those down to 20.5. Happens to the best of us. So I'll just take that little piece off. They're the 2 that I've got ready. I think that's the last one. Right, so that's 20.5. So let's go down to 19.5. So you would be using your scraps as well. Don't waste your best card for this. Use your scraps. And again, I'm going to do 4 strips of roughly 2.5 centimetres or 1 inch. Okay. So I've got 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. So what you're going to do with 2 of these, because I've done them sort of 1 inch, 2.5 centimetres, what you're going to do is pop this in your, I'm putting it in my trimmer for quickness. Find the 2.5 or 1 inch mark and just do a little pencil mark. And you're going to do that on 2 ends, on 2 of them only. So I've got just a pencil mark in on 2. Okay. And then we do the same on this one. So we've got that. So we've got 2 with pencil marks, 2 without. And you're going to do exactly the same on the next layer down. So I'm going in again at 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres. Okay, little pencil mark on 1. And then 2. Okay, so we've done all that. So we've got our 2 lots with the pencil marks, 2 lots without. Now your 2 with the pencil marks, you're now going to pop into your trimmer or cut by hand. You're going to put the point where you would cut with your blade and then twizzle it so you've got the pencil mark in the same spot. and then you're going to trim it so you've got that going on. Okay, and you're going to do that on all 4 of those that we've done, 2 different sizes, so we can make a frame for the front cover. So that's 1. Now, you'll have to put in your comments when you get a moment. Not now, because you're obviously crafting along with me, so I don't want to put you off at all. You'll have to let me know if you've been making these before, or if you're a newbie as well. The kits from Pink Frog are on the website all the time. There are various different colours. There's brown and ivory, there's black and white, there's, I want to say there's a red, white and blue. I could be wrong. Kim will correct me. But there's several different colours that you can get. So they all work with any different occasion you've got. In each kit, you have enough to make 4 memory books. So if you've got crafty friends, you could all get together and craft together and make them. It would be absolutely fabulous. And they're great to make and sell if you have craft stalls as well. They go down really well for that. So, and the angel policy is, as long as you've made it, you can sell it. So you make one, you can sell them. So let's start off with the pale pink, or the light pink, I should say. So I've got my scoreboard back up because I've got this angle. So it's going to help me. So I'm going to pop the little strip there at the top. Take my glue. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue just in that end. And then butt that right up. Where's my bone folder? And just burnish that in. Now the bone folder I'm using is a Teflon bone folder. And yes, I got mine from Pink Frog because it's really good. Because the nice thing about it is because it's softer, I find you don't have to apply as much pressure. And the other thing I've also found is when you're burnishing, particularly if you're doing it onto dark colour card, and even my lovely design team, Heather and Karen and Kaz also mention this, is the fact when you're burnishing even black card, it doesn't go shiny. Because sometimes if you use a plastic bone folder, it can make your card go shiny when you're burnishing. But with this type, it doesn't happen. So that's one frame done. So I'm going to do exactly the same on this one, because I want to get some pages done with you as well. But I just wanted to, because a lady brought it up at, that one's the wrong side, but anyway. A lady brought it up on the Facebook Live, and I just wanted to share this idea with you again, because it's a great way of using your offcuts. And if you were on the other day and managed to get the tonals offcuts, good for you, because I think they sold out. I think we found one more box in the warehouse when I went in. What did you think about seeing the cutting machine? The video I shared, that was fabulous, wasn't it? And that's just how the card gets cut, because Pink Frog bring you unscored card of different sizes. That's exactly how it's done. It was absolutely amazing to see. That's why I just had to share a video with you. So we do have to thank the people at Pink Frog for all they do. So we've got our 2 frames. Okay, so we're ready with our 2 frames. So let's stick these on the front of our book. Now, when you're gluing anything onto the front of your book, have just a little look at your book at the outside, because you know we joined 2 pieces together, and here is my join. You've got like the rough side, I call it, the rough part. This side is smooth because that was all one piece, but this is joined onto this one. This is the one I would have as the back cover. So this is going to be my front cover. So let's glue this on now, because look, can you see how nice this is going to look on here? And then time I add some pattern papers on there, it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. So let's glue this on. I'm just trying to get as much in this live as I possibly can, but obviously not holding people up as well, because I'm conscious of your time. And I know some of you would say they'd sit and craft all day with me. I know it is just nice to do some crafting, isn't it? And perhaps we might have to look at doing some 1 and 2 part ones next time. So burnishing this down. So when you're burnishing, what you're doing is you're dispersing the glue. So it's just going all the way around the edge. So now let's put the next one on. But you can see you've got those lovely mitered corners that you've created. Now you could do this with your card making, the front of your folios. You know, you can do it with home decor, but it's just a cheat way of not wasting card, because normally you get another 2 sheets of card, wouldn't you, and put down. Well, you don't need to, okay, because no one's going to see it. And also if you're posting things abroad, and we have to be conscious of weight as well, it's nice because it's not too much weight as well, because you're only using thin strips. So we burnish that all the way around there. Now this is where I'm going to bring my paper collection in. Now, as I said to you, this is what I'm using here is the Celebrate papers. So this one is Fresh Start with all the flamingos. I thought this went quite well with the colourway that I'm doing. So let me just measure how big I need my papers to be. I think I'm going to go about 18 centimetres. Now, obviously, with your kits you get, I even give you, let me bring this in, the measurements. Where are we? Get the right one, Dawn. I even give you the measurements for your pattern papers. Okay, so you haven't got to think about it, but that's for the other style, the pocket style, the single pocket one. But so what did I say? 18, didn't I? I'll forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. 18. Let's go at 18. So paper trimmer. So I'm going to join these 2 together, because obviously that's not big enough. Okay, and I'm going to join a bit of this on here. All right, I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. So I'm going to take that bottom piece off there. I'm going to take a bit more actually off there. We'll take about another, let's take about another 1 centimetre off there. So we said 18. So I'm just opening that up. Okay, so that's 18. I always like to keep everything. I don't throw anything away, because you never know when you're going to need it. So I'm going to take off that piece there. And I'm going to go 18 there. So we've got them looking like this, but now we need to overlap. So we've got 18. I'm going to take a little piece off here. Now what I'm going to do is, my hinge is 5 centimetres. So if I take 4 centimetres off here, this can go on my spine. So let's cut that off. I'm going to keep that to one side. That can be for my spine. So now I've got 11. So I need 7. Are we all keeping up with maths on a Saturday afternoon? Okay, I'm going to keep that back because I might need that as well. So let's bring this in. So then we can join them together. And when you've got the rest of your decoration on the front, you wouldn't even know. But what I'm going to do is, I said bring a corner rounder, because I'm just going to corner rounder these edges. Is everybody still doing okay? I can't see any comments, because if I take my, I'm just going to ink my edges, see if I can see any comments. See, it goes off when I do that. Ah, I'm seeing everything off. Ah, I can see everyone. You're obviously all, hi Simon, Simon's tuning in as well. It's quite good, because you're obviously all crafting along with me, which is fabulous. So that's what we want, isn't it? Why we can't watch it on the telly, we can make our own fun, can't we, here on the internet? So let's stick these two on now. Now you could stick them together. I'm just going to wing it and go on here. So I'm just going to eyeball that to get it straight. Yeah, happy with that. We'll go with the bigger one first. So this as well is showing you how, even if you've got smaller papers, you can get it to work on your bigger projects. Now, if anybody's done my advent calendar, if they've done the online workshop that I've done with the Prima papers, that was the fill your own one with the cutting files, I did a similar thing, because I had a lovely piece of 12 by 12 pattern paper, and it was not going to fit on my project, because with the cutting files it was a bit smaller and I wanted to keep it as a whole. So I cut elements out and I pieced it together exactly like this, and you would not notice. So by bringing that in just there, okay, and if you get a nice squidge down, we've got a little bit of glue come out there, that's it. So that is how you do your, it's joined. Yes, I've got other elements to add to the front as well, but I will do those at a later date. Okay, let me see if any other things coming up. No, everyone's fine, everyone's fine. So we've done our double layer frame with the lovely miters, and then attaching that front page. So now let's have a look at doing our page. Oh dear, Sharon's having a problem. Everything's frozen and I think she's tripped her electric. So she'll join in later, I am sure. So, pages. Let's have a look at these lovely pages. So I had gone ahead and started cutting some bits up. Let me bring out what I have done. So again, I've used the papers for this. So I've cut some of these up. So the pieces you're going to need, the measurements are on. I'll share the link afterwards. Okay, so the measurements are on, and I've done it in centimetres and in inches on the little project on my website. So I will share that page. So your two side pieces, okay, are 7 centimetres by 19 centimetres, and then your middle panel needs to be 6 centimetres by 19 centimetres. Now, had I cut any middle panels? Oh, have I? That's all a bit pink, that. I think we'll go with some green. So hang on, there's 6. So let me cut one of these at 6. I think we'll change it up, but the papers are glorious. I think you will agree. So let me just trim these down, because I want to trim a few down so we can add a couple of pages together. Just hope you're all enjoying this as well. So there we go. Oh, did I do those 6 or 9 or 7? No, I did do them 6. Oh, thought I did them bigger then. So the thing is, you can add pattern papers. You could add You could add plain paper and stamp. You know, you can choose however you want to do it. That's the nice thing about it. Now, I'm just using a plain corner rounder. You can use decorative corner punches. This is exactly what I said. Go with what you've got in your craft stash. Okay, have fun with this. So normally I use my sponge, but I'm going for quickness because I wanted to try and do as much with you while I was live. And if anybody does my online workshops, they will know that they're filmed in real time as well. So you get me warts and all waffling on just like this. So there we go. So we just ink those edges. So that's 1, 2. So let's stick one of these down. Now you notice I haven't stuck this down yet because I like to get everything in its place first. So we'll go on with the first piece of pattern paper, and it's going to stick on this side. So just centralising it and bringing it in. So you've got that lovely border going around, okay, because I think that looks nice. My iPad's frozen now. What's going on here today? Let's see if I can bring it back up again. There we go. That's one side done. No, that's it. So then I'm going to put the other side on here. But you could add stamping to these. I have actually fussy cut as well because you get all elements in these. So do go over to my YouTube channel and check out the Celebrate kits, the mini kits, because there's videos there. Okay, because yeah, the papers are glorious. So now I'm going to take off my red line tape. So take off that side first and just burnish that down. And then I'm going to take my tape off this one as well. Oh, thank you. I'll take that tea away, please. Thank you. So tape off this one as well. And beside me, I've got a microfiber cloth. And if you have a microfiber cloth beside you, your red line backing sticks to it as well. So let's stick a panel down here. All right, so we'll stick one of those on there. Oh, that slid. Let's lift that up. That slid. I didn't like that. That's it. Right, I'm going to decorate one in a different colour because I'm going to show you then how we're going to attach them in the book. We probably won't get all of them in, but we're going to get some in. So let's go with, let's go with some green flamingos. Let's go with that. So let's just cut this one up. So we need 19 and 2 lots of 7. There we go. And I'm going to have this as the first one. So I'm thinking, because I like to do the little pocket near the spine. So that's fine. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'm going to put that one that way. And that one that way. Let me just ink the edges of this. I like to just run my ink pad round. Just because it takes that just cut white look off your paper. You know, that white look you get. Just by going around with your ink pad or a sponge, you take that just cut look off. I'm going to have a pink panel this time, so I'll just corner around these as well. just noticed the time. I could sit here for ages doing this, but don't think Facebook will let us, will they? But we'll do a little bit more, so bear with me. So I'm going to stick this one down first this time. Doesn't matter what order they go down, as long as you actually close your pockets last. Okay, it's only because the papers then can go under the pocket. There's no point in wasting paper by sticking it inside a pocket. Okay, so going in there as well. Just give that a little burnish down. And then this side. But you can see just how quickly this album comes together. I mean, we're an hour in and we've made the book itself. We've scored and folded all the pages. I've got my tape on 4 of my pages. I'm cutting my papers as I'm going with you, getting them down. So you can see just how quickly these are to put together. I would say this is a lovely afternoon's crafting. You know, you can go slowly, you can go quickly. If you want to get together with friends and craft and make them as well, that's a, you know, perfect thing to do. Now the nights are starting to draw in. It's absolutely perfect. So I've got 2 pages put together there. I'm going to move my papers to one side so I can share with you how we're going to attach these to our actual book. Let me just have a quick drink of water. Okay, so let's bring our book in, and I will go ahead and finish decorating that in my little box here. These are all the bits you're going to get in with your little kits. I've got chipboard in here, I've got ribbon, I've got little words as well. What else have I got in here? See, I cut all these out, all these fussy cut elements. I've got all these I'm going to add. This is what I call these bits my sort of final fix. Okay, so it's a bit like when you build a house. We built the project, so that's your foundations. We start decorating, that's the first fix. This bit's your second fix. So there we go. So we're going to open our book. This is the front. Okay, so we're going to start off with the front cover. So let's go with these lovely bright flamingos to the front. I like to put the shallower pocket near the spine, so when you're pulling it out, you're not pulling the big photo mat out. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay your page by your hinge. Now, your hinge with these like little pieces here, your hinge, this is exactly the same size as our page. Do you remember? Because we cut it out of a piece of the 20 by 40 card. So you know it's going to be exactly the right height. This is where this makes it so easy. So you're going to butt it. We're butting it up to the edge of the hinge. I'm just going to lift that up so you can see. So we're going right to the edge of that hinge. All right. Not going here to the edge of the spine. We're going here to the edge of the hinge. All right, so I'm going to take off the backing of the red line tape, which comes away so smoothly because we've burnished it. So, butt your page up, making sure you've got it all square. Okay, you can see that because you've got it all laid down. Hold it in place and then just flip your spine piece back on itself. Find your bone folder that's under the desk, under everything else that we've got. Okay, and give that a really good burnish down. I think someone has just said, what's the GSM of the book? So the GSM of these, I think this one's £2.90. I always think if you're making a book for construction, you could go down to £2.50, and you could go up to £3.50. I think £300 is ample. So that's our first page in. So now let's add our second page that we've decorated. So again, that's the little piece. So I want that near my spine. Okay, so I'm going to take off my element, my red line tape. The next thing you're going to do is to go in with your glue, and you're going to go close to the edge, but not on the edge. This is where these bottles, I keep saying it, come into their own. I will go back, because I can't see all the comments on my iPad. I will go back after this. I will sit and have a quick cuppa before I start tea, and I will answer any questions that have come up. And please, if you've got any questions, feel free as well to go to my Dawn's Inspirations Facebook page and just leave me a message on there, and I can come back and answer it. That's how much glue you're going to need to attach this. That's all you're going to need. So that's the bigger pockets. That's going on this outside. That's the shallower pocket near the spine. Okay. Now I've got, this is tacky. So this is, I'm going to put my hand here to, this is going to be the last piece that's going to go down. So this time you're going to line up your 2 pages. So just take your time. It is wet glue, so just take your time to line it up. Okay. Yeah, you've got it all lined up together. Still got my hand under here where the tape's going to go. So I've got that all lined up square. That's all square. So now I'm going to let it go. Down it goes. Go in with your bone folder and burnish that down. And that is your first page in. And that is as simple as that gets. Now, I know I haven't decorated these other pages and I haven't stuck them down, but I'm going to stick another one in for you so you can see what I'm doing. So let's do it again. So the second page, take your red line tape off. Okay, butt it all up. So it's this, the red line tape is so sticky. So butt it up, making sure it's level with the page you've got underneath. Okay. It's easy to see when it's decorated, but I just wanted to share with you just how easy it is to pop in. Get that one down. Whisk off that back in. And we'll stick another one down. Then I'll decorate this after. Okay. But you can see just how quickly these are to put together. So if you are making to sell on a craft stall to get more crafty goodies for yourself or for charity or for a school or a church or anything at all, these are brilliant because they're really quick to put together. You get 4 in the whole kit. So again, this is going to be the little one. This is going to go towards the edge. So you're going to get enough to make 4 in your kit. So I'm using the tonal kit. So with this one, you've got 4 colours. So you're going to make a book of each colour. So it's absolutely brilliant. But you see, that's how quick it is to put the pages in. No trouble at all. So, and then just wipe any glue that's... I will tape all those down when I decorate them. But you can see how easy it's going to be. And you're just going to keep doing the same thing again. Now, what I wanted to do with you is to cut quickly our photo mats. Now, have I put my mats down on here size-wise? I have. Or let me put my pin in my glue. Always wipe the end of your glue bottle and pop your pin in between doing elements. Okay. Now, if you go, just while I'm here, if you go and you go to pull this off and it's not coming, please don't pull and pull and pull and force it. Unscrew the whole thing like that and just soak that lid in some water for about half an hour. And it will all come apart, but please do not force it, because then that means the pin gets stuck in the lid and we don't want that. So that's a little top tip while I was just thinking about that in my head. So Let's do photo mats. Let's go with, I'll tell you what, let's have pink. I'm feeling pink. Let's have pink. So in your kits as well, you've got enough A4 for your photo mats. So for your photo mats for this one, we are going to do 18. Let's do, where are we? I'm going to do 17. And then this one needs to be, no, not that, yes, 8. Measurements you'll all have. I'm going to share the link with this page so you know. That doesn't look right, Dawn. That does not look right. I will check that. Let me check my other book. Where's my other book? Because I've made them particularly so they fit in, so it looks like a square. So perhaps I was right. Yes, 17, that's right. 17, 17. That one was right. 17, 17. See, it's like live telly, it always goes wrong. And then the last one was going to be 11. Silly me. That piece is 11. There we go, 17. So we'll have that one. So what I did with photo mats is I've designed it that when, let me move that out of the way, when they're actually in your book, let me just corner around of these quickly. When they're actually in your book, it looks like a square. Okay. So let me bring in our finished book here, or part finished. We've just got that bit to do. So you've got your little mat is going to fit in there, and your bigger mat is going to fit in there. So when you're looking at it, can you see you've got a nice square going on? So if I bring in another one that I've finished, let's bring the guy thing in. Okay, so I've got my little one. Oh no, is that the little one? That's, I've done the little one on the wrong side. There we go, little one, big one. Okay, so they always look like a square. So this is where you're going to add all those little added extras. I'm not going to have time to do that with you today because I am conscious of the time ticking away. Okay, but you can see where we're going with that. You've seen how easy it is to put the pages in. Now, do you remember when we did the hinge and you had that square left? Yeah, all I've done is cut that in half and made a little pocket for the back and a little pocket for the front. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I wonder if this will go out my trimmer with this one, because I think it just adds an extra little flourish. And this is what I mean. Even if you're a seasoned crafter, you are going to enjoy these books. They're really quick to put together for beginners, but for seasoned crafters, you are going to have so much fun adding your own little twister. See, that piece there will fit nicely there to make me an additional pocket. But it's all out the kit. You've got everything you need in the kit. You've got your unscored card. You've got your card to do your front and back covers and your photo mats as well. You've got your instructions. You've got your cutting and scoring guide. You've got everything you need. So I just need to go in and decorate my last few pages. Okay. But that is then going to be ready to go. They're nice and sturdy as well when they're put together, but I am just going to have to sign off now. I'm going to bring the camera down so I can just speak to you and see if everyone is okay. Let me just turn that around. How are we all doing? I'm still not seeing all the comments. Can I see the comments on here? Oh, hang on. Am I seeing them on here? No, I'm not seeing them on here. Can I see everyone's comments? How's everyone doing? Oh, lots. I've got lots of comments to go through here. Wow. And a lot of you are tuned in. That is fabulous. So I want to also please thank big thumbs up and hearts for Kimberly from Pink Frog for tuning in today and sending all the links for the Pink Frog items. So thank you, Kimberly, for joining us, and Mr. and Mrs. Pink Frog, because I know they'll be watching as well. And I also want to give a big thank you for Helen at Craft Station. So if you go to Craft Station Create, you'll find the Celebrate papers if you want them. Okay, so I've got lots of comments to look at, and I'm absolutely thrilled that so many of you have joined me this afternoon and been crafting along with me. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. Do let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to see some more craft along lives, if you want to have lives, what sort of things you'd like to see. Would you like to have cards? Would you like to have Louise said her iPad froze. She's going to catch up later. That's not a problem. When I stop this, I'm going to save this to Facebook for 30 days. Okay, so you'll be able to tune in and watch it. And I'm also going to put it over on my Dawn's Inspirations YouTube channel, so you can see it over there. And I think Pink Frog will be putting it on their YouTube channel as well. So don't forget to sign up and subscribe to Dawn's Inspirations YouTube and Pink Frog's YouTube channel as well. I do hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope you've had a lovely afternoon with me. I've really enjoyed it. It's nice to get back to doing some normal things. It's been a bit funny without having crafting on the telly, isn't it? So I've hoped we've brightened your afternoon anyway. And I will be back on Pink Frog's Inspirations Facebook page and on my Facebook page on Wednesday at 4 p.m. And we will release what we're going to be doing on Monday. Okay, but we're going to be looking at cards. Okay, we're going to look at some card folds, so you can craft along with me as well. And we're looking at the same size card we're going to do for this Wednesday and next Wednesday as well, which is absolutely brilliant. So you can gather your supplies, and again, if you want to craft along with me, you can, because you'll know what I'm going to be using before we start. So many thanks. If anybody is interested in the online workshop that actually goes with the fabulous 8x8 memory books from Pink Frogs, there is also my online workshop, which you'll find on dawnsinspirations.co.uk. No, I'm a .com. I'm not a .co. I'm a .com. Oh dear. I'll put the link in. My husband should have put the link in. But it's a small fee, and the thing is, with the online workshop, you can watch it as many times as you like, as often as you like. It's small videos in bite-sized pieces, so it's not all one long piece like this. It's little chunk videos, so you can join in and do it as you go. So I'm going to say goodbye because I've taken enough of your time up. I'm going to finish off decorating mine. Okay, and I will share it with you over on my page when I've finished decorating. Thank you all for tuning in. Big love and hugs to you all, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. So bye for now.